A St. Louis teen killed after falling from an Orlando ride. Now his family questions if the weight requirement was enforced.
Jackets and umbrellas the next couple of days. We've got passing showers today, thunderstorms tomorrow, and gusty winds through Thursday.
A warning for Google users why you need to update Chrome as soon as you can.
Redbird return. Which milestones Albert Pujols could reach as a St. Louis Cardinal, and how his return will impact ticket sales.
If you enjoy spending your evenings at the ballpark, perhaps you should consider making it a job. Positions remain open. I'm Alex Fees. I'll run it down for you coming up.
Culinary change-up. The new flavor Joya's Deli is serving up in your frozen aisles. And good Tuesday morning. It's 6:30 and we are taking a live look for you in O'Fallon, Illinois. You can see the lights for Interstate 64 drivers, both east and westbound. Not looking too bad this morning. We'll check in on traffic for you, but it is going to be a windy one. We'll show you more on that with Anthony in just a second. I'm Monica Adams. Ellie Corey does have the morning off.
Good morning, I'm Randy Knott. Thank you so much for joining us for Today in St. Louis. Over there is the one and only Anthony Slaughter, who is a mathematician as well as a meteorologist. Uses math every day. So what is your math skills telling you about today's weather?
Let me just tell you, I struggled through math.
Did you really?
I was not a math whiz by any means, so I don't want to give people the wrong impression.
But look at you today.
Hey, I'm just saying,
good.
a success story. It worked out for me, but
That it did.
I got to tell you, if you're watching and you're one of the young ones thinking, oh, I'm going to the meteorology degree, math. I had tutors and everything. I'm telling you, it was not one of those things that came easy to me. Yeah, we were talking about math in the last half hour. If you're wondering why we're talking about that. Well, showers this morning are passing on through. We've got some light rain from St. Louis into parts of Belleville, Nashville, Mount Vernon. This whole stretch area is dealing with some light passing showers. They're moving off to the northeast, but this is a warm front that's lifting through, so our numbers will climb into the 50s by lunchtime and low 60s today. But keep in mind, you could get a passing shower at any time today. We'll talk about that thunderstorm threat for tomorrow. Keeping an eye on that. Let's get an update on traffic this morning, and really so far so good. We haven't had any major issues out the door this morning. Just a couple of stalls that were on the map, and really that's all that's registering right now. You see on 44 you've got a stall. The police presence still on the scene there at 141 on the shoulder, and then 270 at 64 you've got a couple of stalls there through that stretch, also coming over the Blanchette Bridge. And it looks like something new just popped up on 44. We'll check into that and bring you an update. But all in all, traffic is moving along in all those stretches. No crashes to report and no slow spots to report either, so some good news there. Guys,
that is good. All right, Anthony, thank you. And we have new details now surrounding the death of a St. Louis teen killed after he fell from an amusement park ride in Orlando last Thursday. Our Sydney Stallworth joins us live downtown now with why his family is asking whether Tyree Sampson should have been on the ride in the first place. Good morning, Sydney.
Good morning, Monica. 14-year-old Tyree Sampson went to Orlando for spring break to visit. He went to Icon Park, and now new details are showing that he may have exceeded the weight limits for the tower drop freefall ride that he fell from, and his family wants answers. His father, Yarnell Simpson, has questions about whether his son met the weight and height requirements to get on the ride. He says the football standout was 6'5", weighing 325 pounds, and the ride's manual says the maximum passenger weight is approximately 287 pounds. Tyree's family and strangers have been protesting at the Central Florida ride, calling for it to be shut down permanently. His cousin, Shay Johnson, was there. She started a petition to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else and wonders why Tyree was permitted to ride in the first place.
He really wanted to ride the swing, and they told him that he was too big. Then he said he went to the slingshot. They told him he was too big for that. But y'all did not let him get on those two, but y'all let him get on that one, being overweighted.
The Orange County Sheriff says it's not clear how Tyree fell from the 430-foot tall ride, but we do have new details this morning from the initial accident report. It says, quote, the harness was in a down and locked position when the ride stopped. Reporting live downtown, Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Sydney. New overnight fire crews in St. Louis battled this intense fire at a vacant house. You can see there the flames shooting up 20 or even 30 feet into the air. It happened around midnight off Tyler Street in the neighborhood of Old North St. Louis. There are no reports of injuries.
After 10 years away, future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols flew back into a Cardinals uniform. He got a standing ovation when he walked out during the second inning of their spring game against Houston yesterday. So let's break down the 3 things that you should know about Albert's return to the Redbirds. First, he's only coming back for a rather short time. He signed a 1-year deal worth $2.5 million. Albert said that this will be his last year playing in the big leagues. Number 2, you won't see him on the field very often. The Cardinals have said that Pujols will be a pinch hitter and a designated hitter. The DH is now a part of the National League. And number 3, the 42-year-old has a chance to make some history. He sits at 679 career home runs, the 5th most in baseball history. With 21 more, he will join Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth in the 700 home run club. Hall of Fame manager of the Cardinals, Whitey Herzog, talked to sports director Frank Cusimano about how he would use Pujols this season.
He was God. People looked at him like he is the second coming of Jesus Christ. I mean, he was that outstanding of a ball player, as a person, as a good teammate. And the one thing that he will add to the Cardinals will be the fact that he will be good on the bench, talking to the young players. I think he is really responsible for Yachty being the hitter he is.
Now, even though it felt like old times yesterday with Pujols on the diamond, Adam Wainwright on the mound, and Yachty behind the plate, the Cardinals lost to the Astros by a final score of 2-1.
This morning, we're getting reaction from outside baseball on Albert's return. A basketball all-star and Chaminade grad Jason Tatum tweeting, "The GOAT is coming back home." And the Blues gave Albert a warm welcome home on their Twitter page. After 11 years, Yadier Molina is reunited with Pujols. He said, "It's going to be a fun year. He's still got it. Just having him in the lineup, he's an impact player. He's in great shape. Mentally, he is ready to go." So now that Pujols is back at Busch, fans are already rushing to buy his jersey and tickets to see him play. Right now, the cheapest seat on StubHub is more than $100, and it's actually not even a seat. It is standing room only.
We were expecting large crowds the first homestand anyway, but I think now you're going to see it a little bit larger than even what we were expecting. I think it's going to be fun seeing the fans in red filling up the ballpark.
And if you haven't looked at your calendar, opening day already next Thursday, the Cardinals will face the Pirates.
Hopefully the weather works out.
Yes, please.
Well, the designated hitter spot seems to be filled right now, but other jobs remain open at Busch Stadium and across the street at Ballpark Village. And opening day, as we said, is April the 7th.
Yeah, and so our Alex Fees is joining us live at Busch Stadium with what jobs are available and how you can apply. Good morning, Alex.
Monica and Rennie, good morning. Both Ballpark Village and Busch Stadium are holding job fairs today. I'm told some of these concession workers can make north of $25 an hour. Now, Delaware North Sports Service is holding a job fair regarding the positions they have available from 2 to 7 today at Busch Stadium behind me. Now, prior food service experience is a plus, but it is not absolutely necessary. There's a big need, they say, for cooks and supervisor team leaders. Officials say part of the benefit of working at Busch Stadium is you can keep your daytime full-time job and spend your evenings at the ballpark. Meanwhile, across the street at Ballpark Village, it is much the same situation. Inside Budweiser Brewhouse in Ballpark Village, they are holding 2 job fairs today for various positions, including managers, servers, cooks, and security. The Ballpark Village job fairs are from 10 to 2 and 4 to 7. Now, you will need 2 forms of ID and a resume if you plan to show up today. And also, information regarding these job fairs is available online. We will post it on KSTK.com and our 5 on Your Side app. Live this morning, downtown, Alex Fees, 5 on Your Side.
Thank you, Alex. Happening today, you can start placing sports bets in the Metro East. DraftKings at Casino Queen will start operating its new betting facility. Now, bettors have been able to place sports wagers at the casino for the past 2 years via a temporary retail sports book on site. And sports betting is also close to becoming a reality in Missouri. Right now, lawmakers are discussing a bill to legalize it in the Show Me state.
Coming up, expanding at Enterprise Center, the restaurant chains that could have you shaking with excitement the next time you watch the Blues.
Oh, I see what you did there. A familiar voice going off the air when KMOX's Charlie Brennan plans to retire.
Well, kiddos at the bus stop need a light jacket this morning. Temperatures in the 40s. A passing shower through the day today. Temperatures up near 60 with gusty winds. We've got thunderstorms tomorrow. We're back to talk about it. Welcome back, 642. You're taking a live look in the Kirkwood Farmers Market. They still have yet to put out the flowers, but I've seen some nurseries that have those flowers out. Heads up, this Friday we could have another round of freezing temperatures, so we've been warned. Still a little too early, but it's nice to see everything blooming. There is a little band of showers that's developed this morning, now pushing off to the Illinois side. This is a warm front that's lifting through, so as we go through the day, you could get a passing shower, but not an all-day rain. Warmer air moves in. We've got thunderstorms for tomorrow. We'll talk all about those thunderstorms coming up in just about 5 minutes.
Topping your morning rush, dozens of students used their unexpected day off to rally for their teachers. Classes were canceled yesterday at 3 Catholic high schools, Bishop DeBerg, Rosati Kane, and St. Mary's, because of staffing shortages. The contract for the teachers union expired back on March the 4th. Members voted down the most recent offer from the St. Louis Archdiocese, which teachers say would have increased starting pay salaries, but more experienced teachers would have seen a decrease. The earliest negotiations would resume is tomorrow.
I'm Tracy Hinson alongside Interstate 55, where next week at this time it will be busy with lane shifts and ramp closures. Construction will continue along 13 bridges along the stretch of Interstate 55 and will go on for the next 3 years.
Well, he's the voice you've heard on the radio for 3 decades. Now, KMOX's Charlie Brennan, well, he announced he is retiring after 34 years. He spent most of his career working the mid-morning shift. Brennan used his voice to make St. Louis a better place to live. He also helped raise thousands for charities over the years. Brennan's last day on the air will be May 12th.
Hey, the next time you go to a Blues game, you could grab a burger from Shake Shack. Today, the Blues and Enterprise Center will announce their newest concession stand partner is going to be near Section 115. No word as to when the Shake Shack stand will open, but we'll learn more details at 2:30 this afternoon. Controversial expansion, why there's pushback on a $100 million renovation to Powell Hall.
And it's 6:46 on a Tuesday morning. We're taking a live look for you in Florissant. Yes, I know that church and that school very well. Little Monica ran around there. If you are heading out and you want to know what you should dress, whether you need to have a coat, etc., we'll check with Anthony coming up for you shortly. Happening today, St. Louis city leaders will hold a special meeting to talk about how to spend $37 million in COVID relief money. Now, some of the funds would go to businesses in North St. Louis. The current bill would span across North Grand, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive, and other struggling North Side areas. The special meeting starts at 2 this afternoon. And speaking of some new plans, major renovations to Powell Hall will move forward.
Yeah, last night the city's preservation board voted to approve the plans which pave the way for a new modern experience when you hear the St. Louis Symphony. The $100 million renovation project would give Powell Hall a larger lobby, a brand new seating area, and updated restrooms. This morning we're hearing from both sides, those who are excited about the plan and others say they don't want to see the nearby historic Culver House destroyed for the sake of expansion.
Because great cities do not always do what's easiest. They do not just decimate the urban landscape because a building may be inconvenient. I really do think that there needs to be some more thought put into this. And at the very least, every effort should be made to move the building and preserve it intact.
I think the design here is elegant, it's graceful, and it's a great complement to the rich original architecture of Powell without competing with it. It also reflects our future combined with our past.
The Preservation Board says the move grants preliminary approval to proceed, but final plans would have to be later reviewed by the Cultural Resources Office.
The visibility down to 0. And oh, watch out, watch out. Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. Developing this morning, we're getting new video of the chaos from a massive pileup on a snowy Pennsylvania highway. That video was shot by a driver stranded, showing cars losing control. At least 3 people were killed. The crash involved at least 50 vehicles. Police say more than 24 people were taken to area hospitals for treatment. That is hard to watch. Can't even imagine being in it. Anthony, we don't have anything like that, I know, out on the roads today. In fact, it's been kind of quiet, hasn't it been?
Yeah, very quiet. Wow, that was chilly. Okay, well, this morning, yeah, we've got some showers that are passing through. That'll be the trend today. Numbers will be in the 60s this afternoon, so a little more tolerable compared to that 49 we had yesterday. Did not warm much. 70s across Kansas City, back towards Springfield, Missouri, and Joplin. Now, that warm front is going to lift through today, but it will trigger a few showers from time to time as it lifts through, and we've already seen that happen this morning. It's going to bring in warmer air, so tonight into tomorrow, we'll have warm air in place, buoyant air too, and that causes air to rise and also is moist, and so that will produce thunderstorms tomorrow. We're talking tonight just lingering showers, but tomorrow the main event that will produce thunderstorms. Some could be severe. The main threat here will be gusty winds. We'll talk all about it coming up in about 5 minutes. More in depth. Let's get an update on traffic right now. So far, so good. You look at the map, it looks like there's a lot happening. It's mainly stalls out there and really the typical build you see on 270 northbound out of South County. Heads up Illinois drivers, it looks like there's something on 55 near Horseshoe Lake that is causing some significant slowing. Not sure of a crash or an incident, but of course, as we move through the morning, as we go through our morning cut-ins with the Today Show, we'll keep you updated. In the meantime, for now, Rennie and Monica, I'll send it back to the desk.
All right, Anthony, coming up, a major warning. If you use Google Chrome, why you'll need to update your internet ASAP.
And serving up more than sandwiches, how you can get your hands on a new pizza from St. Louis's favorite deli shop, Joya's. Well, history has its eyes on you, and we know you have your eyes on these tickets. We're giving away tickets to see Hamilton, coming to the Fabulous Fox from April 12th through May 15th.
Now, for your chance to win, just head over to ksk.com/contest. We will announce a winner every Friday. Good luck. We have an update this morning on the investigation into the death of Tyree Sampson. His family says his weight may have been the reason why he fell out of an amusement park ride in Orlando. The ride's manual says the maximum passenger weight is 287 pounds, but Sampson was 325 pounds. The initial accident report states that the harness was in a down and locked position when the ride stopped.
New overnight, fire crews in St. Louis battled this intense fire at a vacant house. You can see the flames shooting into the air. It happened around midnight off Tyler Street in the old North St. Louis neighborhood. No reports of any injuries.
One of the greatest Cardinals of all time, Albert Pujols.
And indeed he is.
Albert Pujols passed his physical and is officially returning to the St. Louis Cardinals as the designated hitter. He made an appearance in Jupiter, Florida alongside the team yesterday. Welcome back, number 5.
And you're looking to join the Cardinals? Well, they're hiring. There's a job fair today from 10 to 2 to staff the stadium, and it includes ushers, concessions, and retail jobs. Just head on over to the entrance next to Gate 6. There are 2 others at Ballpark Village today, one from 10 to 2 and another from 4 to 7. 6:55. All right, let's check in with Anthony, and we're going to warm up today, but it's still a little chilly this morning.
Yeah, it's going to warm up, but it's going to be very windy. So even though we get into the 60s later on with that gusty wind, it may just feel a little colder than that. Even this morning, we've got numbers in the 40s, but we do have a warm front on the way. It's stalled out to our south right now. That will lift north through the day, bringing in that warmer air. Area of low pressure is way out into California, but you can clearly pick it out when you look at the wind profile here. You've got that counterclockwise spin right across southern California and Nevada. That is the area of low pressure that will move this way through the course of today and tomorrow, and will eventually kick up the winds, bring in the cloud cover, and even the chance of passing showers today. We've already had some showers in St. Louis. They're now moving off to the east from Litchfield, Greenville, over towards Carlisle Lake, back towards Mount Vernon. All of this, again, is lifting away from St. Louis, but as that warm front lifts through, we could get some passing showers really at any point through the day. And you'll notice the cloud cover that's in place today. Dark skies, really, across most of Missouri and Illinois. 43 right now, feels like temperature of 36. We've had winds steady this morning out of the east-southeast at about 15, even up to 20 miles per hour. They will gust through the day upwards of 30 miles per hour. You can clearly pick out where the warm front is. You've got 31 in Chicago. Meanwhile, Joplin, they're at 51. So again, that warmer air will be lifting through for the day ahead. So it's not overly warm today. 60s will do it for highs, but out towards Kansas City, Sedalia, even parts of southwestern Missouri will get back into the 70s tomorrow or today, and that's our weather future for tomorrow. So here's the futurecast for the timing of the rain. Notice as the warm front lifts through, we'll have a few passing showers early afternoon, as we've already had some. That'll be the trend through the day today, so not completely dry, but not an all-day rain. Tomorrow, things change. We'll have the potential of showers and storms, maybe maybe even early in the morning, but the best chance will come about midday into the early afternoon as that line passes on through. Right now, we're thinking the main threat for severe weather will stay mainly south when it comes to the tornadoes, but we could have some damaging winds here in St. Louis with those storms as they pass on through. We'll, of course, be here to track it. 62 today, 70 tomorrow, 48 on Thursday. That'll be a colder day with some light rain on Saturday, but otherwise the rest of the weekend is dry.
This morning, there is a warning for those of you, excuse me, who use Google Chrome. You'll want to update your web browser immediately. Google is rolling out an emergency update for its Chrome browser because of a dangerous vulnerability. Microsoft has also issued a patch for Edge users. Samsung's browsers, Amazon Silk, and others could also be affected.
You will no longer be able to buy cigarettes in some of Walmart's stores. The retail giant is making the change on a store-by-store basis. Now, here in the bi-state, we won't see any changes just yet, but stores in California, Florida, Arkansas, and New Mexico are being considered. Walmart is one of the last major retailers to make that move. Target stopped selling tobacco products over 20 years ago, and CVS stopped in 2014.
You'll soon be able to check out the St. Louis Reserve Economy Museum. It's opening after 2 years in a much bigger space with even more exhibits. There are digital games, ancient money, a stock trading pit, and a display teaching you how to spot counterfeit money. You can also get your hands on a gold bar worth $867,000. Oh, by the way, admission is free.
All right, and if you're looking for a new pizza, you'll want to give Joya's Deli frozen pizza a shot. They're launching a new flavor called the Spicy Daggett.
Oh.
The pizza will have hot salami sausage topped with capicola and spicy giardiniera. You can get it right now at Deerberg's. It will also be available at Schnucks in a few days. Can we get it now? That sounds good. I love anything spicy.
When you were reading all of that, all I can picture is a scale just spinning. How much weight I'm gaining just watching that thing.
All right, you look good.
As we say goodbye on this Tuesday morning, a live look at downtown St. Louis. Hey, make it a great and terrific Tuesday, everybody. We'll see you right back here at noon.